God damn.
I know. Alright. And we
Oh, hold on.
are...
I'll turn my ringer off so we don't have to hear it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm good.
We are rolling. Alright. What's going on, guys? It's TrevDog197 back with another video. I'm here with Zach right now. We might get Jace later on in this, depending on how long we go for. And today we're going to try something different. And we're actually going to be talking about the races and everything in real life coming up, and hopefully bringing these out as soon as we can, just straight up uploading them to YouTube with minimal to no editing, if all goes well. But yeah, so let's restart this. And then,
Get it on.
so I think a big talking point to start this off could be the whole Cianciarulo deal.
Yep, going to the big boys 450s.
Yeah, so Cianciarulo moving up to be teammates with Eli Tomac on Monster Energy Kawasaki, and I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of videos of him on a 450, and if I have, they're very minimal. You know, like he's coming out of a turn or something like that on a 450 while it's pouring rain in Florida.
Yeah, I haven't. Normally you see like a leaked video of somebody practicing on one or something, but I
Or, you know, a
have
lot
never
of
seen
guys
him.
just straight up show videos of them practicing on a 450 just because
Yeah,
they find it easier to do. But I
good training
mean,
when you're a 250 rider.
yeah, but damn. There's not a lot of him going around on a 450, like, say, next to Roxanne or anyone else
Yeah,
at the training complex.
I think everybody could agree with me that it's a big surprise. I thought he was gonna go at least another year on a 250, maybe even two more, but
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I was thinking about it. Oh, fucking Christ. I was thinking about it earlier, and his rookie year was 2014. So if he stayed another year, he'd be going 6 years in the 250 class. But
That's
really, he's
true.
only had about, you know, 2 years in the 250s, considering
Because these
what the
injuries and
hell.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he went. Actually, no, it's been. Because 14, 15, so there are 2 years of injuries, and then I guess 16, he was. I don't remember how he did in 16. I know 17, he was just short 2 points of the title. 18, he was, I want to say, 2 points short of the title. And this year, he had the title, but
Yeah, and then just threw it away in the
I am writing like
last
absolute
race.
garbage. And I mean, and I guess that's another really good talking point is if he can keep Ferrandis off of his back for the rest of the races.
Yeah, he's breathing down his neck. He's just waiting for Adam to make some big mistakes or stop being consistent. He's right there.
Because I want to say the gap's only about 20 something points. I mean,
He can
Tomac,
make that up in a race if Cianciarulo DNF'd.
yeah, I guess we can talk about Tomac later, but I mean, he's already got a 50-point lead, and he's never had that with this many races left.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's in the clear, but, you know, for someone like Cianciarulo who has been so close to titles and even ended up throwing one away, I mean, at what point do you kind of, you know, realize it's time to hit it and hit it hard, you know? And,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
at the
think
same
he's
time, what's up?
I think he's realized that. I think that's what drove him so much going into this outdoor season and why he's been doing so good, and I don't think he wants to let this one get away from him.
You know, but at the same time, you gotta think, like, does he know how to push it hard without making those mistakes?
I've seen it done in the past. He can definitely, like, if you're talking about working his way back up to the pack or something, yeah, I think he can. It's just a matter of he thinks he can.
Because, you remember at A1, I mean, he came out, he knew he could win, but the first thing he did, he tried going out with the whole shot and he jumped off track.
Yeah,
And then
that
it
could
ended
just
up
be
tipping over.
like nerves taking the best of him, but
But you got to think about that. If he comes into that last race and only has a couple points to work with, how nervous does that make him, and where does that put him position-wise? Does that put him
yeah,
in the front? Does that put him behind Ferrandis in a possible losing championship spot?
I don't know, man. I think I am like, obviously I'm rooting for the Yamaha guy, Ferrandis or Cooper or whatever, but I think Cinderella has just been dominating this whole year.
It's
And
just been tough luck.
I'd like to see him win a championship finally for his last hurrah before he goes on the 450s.
And I mean, UNADILLA's this weekend, and I mean, everyone knows UNADILLA is the track for us to pick our donation team.
Yeah,
and
they
Cowie,
already are saying that they're not gonna pick him up.
yeah, Cowie's already telling Cianciarulo, like, no, dude, you need to stay, test the 450, and more than likely race Monster Cup.
Yeah.
So he's stuck there. Tomac, are we gonna send him to the Netherlands or wherever it's at to go race in the sand? I mean, I was looking at results and stuff, and Tomac did pretty good in the sand. I want to say he was 3rd overall. But Osborne ended up going like 3-1 or something like that. 1-3 at Southwick and got 2nd overall. So there's a good sand rider. Not sure if they'd send him.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive that they're gonna be sending Tomac just because he'll be the champion and everything. But who do you think the other person they're sending is for 450s?
If we're sticking with the Tomac deal, I'm thinking either Tomac and I mean, my dad said it, if they send Barsha's gonna try hard. Every single time he's there representing our country, he's gonna try hard. But I'm thinking, like, you send Tomac and you send possibly, like, you send Osborne or Anderson or something like that, or Webb. Webb was actually one of my big guys to kind of...
I didn't even think of that. That'd be a great option.
Because Webb raced once for our team and frickin' carried us when Anderson crashed out.
Yeah, now it seems he's in his prime time, so he'd be a perfect guy to send.
And I mean, he did pretty well at, Southwick also. It's probably not as deep as the race going to be in the Netherlands, but it's still our sand track, so I mean...
Yeah. And he's raced there plenty of times.
So I mean, it's probably not going to be our winning year, if you think about it, but
nah.
If we're thinking about guys that could get close, I'm going to have to say Tomac, Webb on the in the MX3, and then MX2 I might have to go, I want to say, what's his name? How am I forgetting his name right now? Justin Cooper.
Yeah.
I'm having to
Justin
think.
Cooper, maybe.
Or
who else is a top contender?
I mean, because you got to pick out of the 250 class. There's no one all that hot right now other than Cianciarulo and Ferrandis.
From the U.S., I mean...
Yeah,
I would say Hunter Lawrence,
but he's going to be on Australia. Oh.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on the Aussie team.
Yeah.
Ferrandis, obviously, France. And then... I'd have to say... God, I can't remember his name either right now. The other Yamaha dude. Nichols.
Oh, yeah, Nichols.
Because he's been He stayed, I want to say, 4th in the championship right now. I mean, he's been there every weekend and been a competitor, but
He's just like he's sneaking around. Like nobody's really putting the
putting the
spotlight on
cameras on
him.
him, yeah.
Yeah, but he's up there and he's got what it takes.
But I mean, just, you gotta think, in that environment of sand where we don't race at all, I mean, I don't think we have a chance of winning whatsoever. We'll be lucky to
No.
podium. I want to say we podiumed last year because Italy got penalized because one of the riders like ran some illegal race gas or something like that.
I never knew about that.
Yeah, Italy ended up getting penalized. So
Oh.
I'm thinking it could be Netherlands and Germany kind of year, depending on
Yeah.
how Germany does, because I know it's probably going to be Roxon, their MX2 guy in Europe, Henry Jacobi, who they used last year, and I'm not sure who else they have for Germany. Not sure if Max Noggle even still rides. Holy shit, Zach. Okay. But, I mean, I think for us, we need to wait till we get to some hard-packed dirt for a chance for us to win.
Yeah.
If we're in the soft sand situations, we're screwed. 9 times out of 10.
Here's another curveball. What if they sent Messenger for 450?
But the thing is, what is Aaron really... He hasn't done much since he came back in outdoors, you know?
Yeah.
He wasn't too hot during Supercross. I mean, I think he still has more to learn before he takes that step in the 450 class to represent USA again.
I don't know. I think that'd be cool if they picked them, but
What they could always do is move a 450 rider that just recently moved up back down to 250. They're allowed to do that.
I don't know. I think he's too used to the 450 now that he doesn't even want to be on a 250.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad, and my dad was like, dude, if Osborne had enough time on a 250... Oh, okay. If Osborne had enough time on a 250, my dad thinks it would be Tomac, Osborne, and Webb, without a doubt.
Yeah. Where's Garrett Marchbanks from?
He's from Missouri? Or is that Faulkner?
Oh, Faulkner. Oh, he's hurt right now, huh?
Yeah. So he didn't do much to say anything for outdoors, but...
I'm just trying to think. Who are the top 250 riders right now?
There's not a lot of hot guys this year. I mean, everyone's kind of...
They're going up to 450.
It's either the front two guys or really no one. I mean, Cooper's snuck in a couple wins, but it's been Ferrandis and Cianciarulo keeping it close all year. Nichols is already 100 points back, and he's 4th.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
I mean, I was looking at it earlier, and he's off the mark a little bit, so...
Yeah. Sounds like it.
So, I mean...
Oh, I went down. Shoot, I'll go.
And I mean... Hey man, I could have gone for Mexico last year. One of their guys was number 122.
There you go, man.
I had my 250 ready.
Yeah, you're 07.
Hell, would have made it into the A main. Send me in for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, totally. You'd be like, say something Puerto Rican.
Well, there's a 6 out of 9 chance I can.
Yeah.
I'm saying let Ron ride and ride for USA.
Oh. Dude, that would be sick. I mean,
People would be so pissed.
they let Pastrana race it last year.
Yeah, but Pastrana's an American.
Yeah, so is Ronnie.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm stupid. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
That's what he's got the Screaming Eagle for. He's a proud American.
And maybe the American flag on his bike too.
But I think, other than that, I'm thinking right now top 3 for MXGP of Asin, whatever the fuck it is, the Motocross of Nations there. I think the Netherlands is going to win if they can get Jeffrey Hurlings back in. I think their only chance is if they get Jeffrey Hurlings to race. If they can't,
yes.
yeah, I know. If they can't get Hurlings back in to race it, they're done. Italy has no chance because Cairoli, he's out. He broke his shoulder, so they have literally no good guys.
Huh.
So I'm thinking Netherlands, France, and USA. I put us in the top 3 this year.
I'd hope.
But the last time they had a Sand Nations, it was Dungey, Barsha, and well, holy shit. And I want to say Kennard. And Dungey and Kennard both had bike issues, so it was really up to Barsha.
Yeah.
So I mean, we haven't had much luck in the sand, and that was the first year we lost, like, in a hell of a long time. And I mean, from there we just kind of, we haven't won since, actually. So 2012. So we're going into the 2019 Nations, and we haven't won since.
Wow. Talk about a dry streak. That was close.
Yeah, I mean, we've just been... I mean, if you want to go past me, you can go ahead. It'd be a lot easier to blitz those whoops from that inside. But anyways, getting past Cianciarulo and GPs, or Motocross of Nation, Joey Savacci. He's out with Cowie. I mean, the roster is Tomac and Cianciarulo. And now, I was discussing this with my dad too, JGR for Savacci. Pike's gonna retire, gonna do some training schools and keep his riding lifestyle going by that. But Joey Savacci is going Suzuki, possibly.
Maybe, or he'll just, I'm thinking he'll go privateer for a couple races.
I highly doubt it. If he passed up Honda because they were only going to give him 1 year. So I think if Suzuki could at least guarantee him 2 to 3, he's set. He doesn't care.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I don't know if they're gonna want him.
Wilson was going to take anyone, no matter what, but no one was willing to spend the money to do it.
Yeah.
Just the equipment and everything like that. And I think he realized how taxing it was, and I think him vlogging it really helped that point. So I think for someone like Savacci, I mean, how much money has he really made so far racing to where he can go out and do those races, especially because they're basically saying screw the privateers this year because they go from Anaheim 1 to St. Louis. Back to Anaheim.
Wow. That's a far drive.
Yeah, they go Anaheim, St. Louis, Anaheim, Oakland, Phoenix. I mean, they really said screw the privateer guys, you know?
Yeah, there's gonna be nobody at St. Louis.
And then no one's gonna show up for the last race of the year. Did you hear where they're doing that one?
No.
Utah.
What the?
Yeah,
It's not
everyone
gonna be
get...
Vegas anymore?
No. Well, Vegas is the
What?
second to last race. Everyone get your after party ready for Utah.
Wow. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Of all places.
Yeah,
Go to
I mean,
Utah.
let me pull it up actually real quick. Oh, end of race. Alright, let me let it load while I finish this up. Did you see the Monster Cup track too?
No, I did not.
Dude, 3 different layouts for each moto.
What?
One race, they do it, they start inside the stadium and run the track regular. The next race, they do it inside the stadium but go backwards.
Wow.
And then the third moto, they start outside and then go the regular way, I'm pretty sure.
That is very different.
Dude, I swear to you, Ricky he found the best shrooms to be on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He was
so
high as a kite when he was thinking of that.
so they go from Anaheim to St. Louis to Anaheim to Glendale, right to Oakland, then San Diego. So you go SoCal, way back east, you know, SoCal,
Yeah.
Arizona, NorCal, SoCal, to Florida. So they run
Jeez,
it,
wow.
they're running it again at Tampa, then Arlington, Atlanta, then to Daytona, so they're back at Florida, then Indianapolis, Detroit, Seattle, Denver, and then this is just what I never get is why do they do, like they can do East Coast, or they could do West Coast right at the beginning, not worry about it, do East Coast, and then just have Vegas. They don't need to go West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just do all the West Coast rounds you can, do the 8 West Coast, do the 8 East Coast, have Vegas.
Wow, Supercross is getting weird this year.
Because, yeah, it goes Denver, then to Massachusetts, then Vegas, and then Utah.
Well, damn.
So Vegas is going to be a normal West Coast race, which is going to be boring as hell.
Yeah. I might go to Vegas this year in real life though. Or not to the Vegas race, but for the Monster Energy Cup.
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
Dude, you should. I'm going.
That'd be cool. Cause we go to every Hangtown and Oakland. We try to go every Oakland. So my dad brought up the idea of going to Monster Energy Cup. And I was like, hell yeah.
You better order fast. They're running out.
Where what?
They're running out of tickets. You better order fast.
Really?
Yeah, my dad was ordering yesterday and fucking half of them are sold out.
Wow.
More than half.
Well,
So,
damn, I gotta get on it.
right now I'm looking at a track map and I mean it's just let me set the track to something else. Let's try 33. Yeah, I won't run it. But I mean it's just so weird. I mean, the Joker lane is so difficult. You have to come through, it looks like maybe a wall to a double, whoops, and then you have to jump into a really tight section, do a 180, and then go through some sand rollers.
That's gonna be a hard one.
Oh, and you know what the weirdest part is? The
What?
finish line.
What is it?
It's a roller and then a double, but the landing to the finish is a roller because they run the track in reverse. So they have to have
Yeah.
it the same both ways.
I wonder what that's gonna be like when they're like live switching the ways that the track goes and stuff.
I know on Racer X's post, Jace tagged me, and he was like, yeah, that's going to be sick when there are kickers on the backsides of the landings and stuff for the next moto.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're going to have to probably go out and prep it, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
For people that are going, that's gonna be a long night.
I know, for the guys working it and stuff, and that's going to be...
Well, and just the spectators.
I know, I wonder if it's
Like,
going to extend the time because of that.
so what are they gonna be practicing on all 3 tracks too, and qualifying on all 3 tracks?
That's what I'm wondering is, do you have to qualify on each track to... like,
Imagine not making it to like the first 2 and making it to the last one.
I know, and how
That would
would
be
that
dumb.
work? Is it an average time that makes it through, or?
That might be it. That's crazy. We can't wait to see how they fucking do that. I mean, it's not gonna be for a while, so they'll probably figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, once they start laying dirt in the stadium, they'll figure their shit out.
Yeah, they better.
God damn it. Get up. But let's see, other talking points. So back to like, oh yeah, let's go to 450 title. So Tomac, he's got exactly a 50-point lead going into Unadilla. So he needs to come out of here with an overall, you know, tie the overall with Muscan, whatever he does. He needs to be in front of Muscan. Or else, if he goes into Bud's Creek and isn't ahead of Muscan by the end of it, he has the pressure of the championship on the last race for the 3rd year in a row. If he comes into Bud's Creek and finishes with more than 50 or more points over Muscan, he's got the title.
Yeah. I think he'll just get the title.
Well, everyone's thought that the last couple of years, but then he ends up having a moto where he just seriously chokes.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say Unadilla last year, they picked him for the donation team. It was sunny as can be. And, like, second moto, it just dumped rain.
Yeah.
And he had a front brake problem again.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables that go into it.
And
Like,
you'd think
literally,
by now,
a
Cali
bolt
would
could
have
come
it
out of
figured
his
out.
bike. Yeah. Like, literally, a bolt could come out of his bike and he'll lose the moto.
I mean,
Like, I could see some dumb shit like that happening to him.
a radiator hose.
Yeah, some dumb like that would happen to him. Just cause.
Just because it's Tomac and that's been his luck.
Yeah, when it comes to the last couple of races. So has he lost any titles due to that? Or has it just been he's had hella pressure?
The last 3 years, he's just had pressure. He's won 2 in a row and he's going for his 3rd in a row. But, I mean, the only reason he's lost a title was his double arm surgery or whatever. Back in 2015. You remember that Hangtown? He gapped Dungy and Roxon by a minute.
Yeah.
He basically made it seem like he was a B-class rider in the C-class.
Yeah. He was on rails that day.
I mean,
That triple
and
he
then
just hits hard.
I know. And then he went 1-1 at Glen Helen, went to Colorado, and ate shit. I mean, and you never know when something like that is gonna happen.
Yeah, it could literally happen to anybody too. Could happen to Muscan and Tomac could just be already done with it.
He could probably cruise the next couple. He wouldn't even have to show up because I think Roxon's still third in points, and I haven't even seen him on the podium lately.
Yeah, me either.
But somehow he's still third in points.
Holding it down.
Yeah.
The silent killer.
Let's take a look. Yeah, Ken Roxon. He's holding off Cooper Webb by 11 points.
Oh, Cooper. Cooper down there in fourth.
And Cooper made a comeback. He didn't have a good Hangtown. Did he?
No,
I want to say
no.
he was 5th overall, actually. He wasn't too bad, but his results were definitely lacking for how he did overall.
Yeah. I think people were expecting him to come out and demolish like he was in Supercross.
I mean, I hated him during the Vegas press conference when someone asked him if he was thinking about nationals. He's like, oh, I'm just worried about tonight. I was like, that cocky son of a bitch. But then thinking about it, it's like, dude, he just won a Supercross title. Like, why wouldn't you, like, just take the night to relax?
Yeah.
Like, whether or not you do well in nationals, you just won a Supercross title, and only a handful of people can say they've done that. Okay, so my editing software, or my recording software kicked me out. So, I'm recording again, and, yeah, so anyway, Webb won the Supercross title, and not a lot of people can say that they've done that, as many years as they've raced and fought for it. I mean, Stewart was in since 05 in the Premier class, only won 2. Reed's been in there since 02, 03, only won 2. Filipotto was there from 09 to 2014, won 4 in a row.
Yeah. He was the man. He still is the man, but like he
was the
an
man.
animal.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing him winning every single race.
I know, Dungey went a couple years with only winning like 1 or 2 races.
Yeah.
Because it was either Villopoto or Stewart.
Yep. And then Stewart would get hurt. And Villopoto was right there.
No, not even that, because Villopoto would lead the points.
Oh, true.
2011 was his closest point battle, and that was because Stewart was there, Dungey was, you know, being Dungey, hiding back there in 2nd and 3rd, and then there was Reed. Reed was out there winning races and putting himself in the best spot.
Yeah.
Villopoto won that first title by 4 points, or 2 points over Reed. And then he only ever lost the red plate in 2012 to Chad Reed. And then he ended up winning the title like 4 races early.
Yeah.
2013, I don't even know if he ever lost the red plate. And 2014, oh no, 2013 he did, Millsaps. Forgot about him. Forgot he even raced. 2014 he lost it to Roxon. Yeah. And then that was it.
Wow.
So, I mean, he was an animal, but I don't think anyone, I think next year is, Supercross has just turned into a snore fest, you know? Like, no one's really putting it out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like Supercross that much. I like Supercross is cool to watch in person, but I think the scene at motocross is cooler.
I like everything that goes on at the outdoor nationals, but I think with Supercross, I just like how close everyone is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if you get a seat down at the front, they're right in front of you.
And then like just the racing is always tight. It's never really too far spread.
Uh-huh. I
I mean,
remember some of the coolest racing I've ever seen in my life was the Tomac Muscan battle at Hangtown. I think it was 2 years ago. Oh my god, the last like 3 laps they were just going at it. It was
I mean,
insane.
I've never really seen much at an outdoor national. I think usually it's just like kind of a blowout for whoever wins it. I think I was there
Yeah.
the year Tomac was a rookie in the 250s. And he went like 3-1 and got his first ever overall. Like was the first rookie to come out in his first pro race and win the overall.
Yeah.
And I mean, god damn it. But I just don't think going into the Supercross season next year, anyone's really gonna be willing to push it to that next level for the title. Everyone's gonna just try and run that consistent pace that Dungey did.
Yeah. Or at least that's the goal.
Villapoto, Reed, Stewart, when they were out there, they were going for a title, no matter what. When
Yeah.
Dungey was out there,
And they
Dungey was looking to just stay up there and do what he could with that finish.
Yeah, I think one thing that pushed the racing back then too is they all hated each other.
Did you ever
Like
hear why Stewart hated Reed?
I've probably heard about it, but I don't remember.
Reed had said that Stewart thought he was racist towards blacks. And Reed's like, dude,
So
I'm part African. Like Australians have black in them. Like, you know.
yeah. So that's where the whole beef started, and then got into dirty racing and stuff like that.
Because Stewart used to call Reed a you-know-what hater towards blacks and stuff.
Yeah.
God damn it. But
Sick. Alright, well, I think this concludes our first little podcast video.
yeah, even though I already had recording issues on the first one, I mean it's pretty bitchin'.
That's how it goes.
But yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean we'll probably have one hopefully next week or something about Budds Creek, coming up on Budds Creek, or talking about, that'd actually be a good one, talking about the donation team.
Yeah, because we might know it by then.
Yeah, we should, I hope. Unless they decide to pick it last second.
Yeah. And we got some videos on the way.
Hangtown hopefully will come out soon. I'm not sure if
finally starting the fun series outdoors.
Not sure if I even want to do voiceover for it or just throw in raw footage of us racing. And yeah, and then the rest of our videos should be live from now on, with us commentating like this, and the racing actually going on at the same time. So
maybe next time we can get more people on too.
well, hopefully with my cousin with the server and everything, we can
Oh
set
yeah,
something up.
yeah, that's true.
But he said he even has a hard time figuring out the server, so we'll see.
Alright, ready to end it?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see our other Fun Series races from the past years, or even this year's Supercross highlights, go ahead and just, click the link in the description. We'll leave some to bring you guys to the playlist of everything. And yeah, thank you guys for watching again. And
see you later.
if you haven't already, subscribe. Take it easy.
Later.